Your system was attacked, 5 IPs tried to log in, 20 passwords were tested. Where do you store this data? Welcome to Python lists. Variable stores one value. Hackers, they deal with hundreds. Username, IPs, passwords, logs. All of this lives inside lists. No list equals to no tools. So first of all, what is a list? A list is just a container that holds multiple values. For example, let's say I have a variable called IP. I can either store a IP like this, or I can make it a list and then I can store multiple IPs here. For example, like this, and the other IP, and one more like this one. So now it is list. And how do you identify a list? You identify a list with these square brackets. Okay, so let's move ahead. And you might think, why not variables? So if you use variables like for many numbers and same data types, for example, if you have so many IPs and you are using variables, congrats, you just made your life harder. Like, why so? So you'll use like this: IP1, IP2, and so on. So this will make your life harder. So that's why we use list to make our life easier. And how do you access list items? So I have already created a list here. So if I want to print this 192.168.1.1 IP, I will print it like this: print IPs, the list name and the index number. And it starts from 0. List starts at 0. Python is weird, just accept it because we can change it anyways. So see, it printed this. So if you enter 1 here, what will print? Obviously this one. And if you enter 2, obviously this one now. Okay. So now let's talk about some error. So let's say I forgot that it like starts from 0 and I entered 3. So it will give me an index error. List index out of range. It means you just gave index number out of range. It means the range was 0 to 2, but I just gave 3. And if hackers guess wrong, system crashes. If you guess index wrong or use wrong index, Python crashes. Now let's talk about looping through list. How can you loop through list? Let's write a program for that. For IP, actually it's not IP, IPs in, my bad, we are using variable called IP, and then scanning, and then comma and IP home here. And now you can see it will show you like this. And it's not actually scanning any IP, it's just printing, just in case someone comments that it's not even scanning IP. So we are just like making cybersecurity theme tools right now. In future, we will be doing some projects that will like, in which we will make actual tools using Python language. And this is how scanners work. Now let's talk about how you can add items to list. Okay, so let's create a list called failed IPs, failed underscore IPs, and we created a list. And failed underscore IPs dot append 8.8.8, which is Google DNS server's IP. I already told you in like previous videos, and dot append. And let's say here 10.0.0.3 or any like number you want. Then if we print failed underscore IPs. So I am assuming you know what append means. If you don't know, you will know after looking at the results. What it did was it appended these two to this. So what append does is it will add these value to the end of the like list. So let's say I had a IP in this like this. So see, it first appended this. It means it added to the end of the list like this value and then this value because it was the second one. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now let's try removing items from list. Okay, so I'm just gonna comment these out now and make a duplicate of this and go here, uncomment this and rename it to blocked underscore IPs. Yeah. So now let's use blocked underscore IPs for to remove, delete or remove any element, and these are called elements. Like this specific IP is called element in list. So we can do it like this. And if you run it, sorry, I forgot to print actually. Print blocked underscore IPs. Yeah. So now it will print these two only. Why? Because we just removed the 8.8.8. Now let's check if item exists in a list. To do that, we can do it like this. If 8.8.8 in blocked IPs, and this one was like very simple, so I'm not explaining it. If you still need explanation, you can comment down. I can explain in the comments. Okay, so if this condition gets true, just say block this IP. So if you run it, it will say block this IP. And let's say I want like the two IP to be get printed. Let's try it now. So now it will look like this. Okay, so now it will print all these character. But we only want that it prints this. So what we can do is if or you can just like do it manually like this way, block this IP like just this one. Yeah, you can like use that way, like you can write your IP here, but you might say that what if the IP changes, or if what if we want to make it dynamic, you can do it like this then, blocked IPs and the like index number, and now it is working as it is. Yeah, so now let's talk about list length. So first of all, let's just comment this out and say print, and comment this out too actually, and I'm just going to remove them for better visibility. And let's say len, which will be counting the length of blocked IPs. So now it's 3. So what it's doing is it's counting the blocked IPs. So it is 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And if the number is rising, you are under attack. Okay, so now let's talk about some common beginner mistake. Okay, so first one is index out of range. So for example, your like list had only two variables, so you trying to print like 2, and you screaming at your program, why is it like index out of range? Because I already got 2 elements only. Why it's showing index out of range? Because it starts with 0. I already explained it a while ago. So if you use 1, it will work correctly. And for getting append, some people like forget to use append and add things like this. like manually. And you can even write like program where user inputs the value and it gets appended to the list. And lists don't break systems, people do. Now you can store data, next you will analyze it. Data without analysis is useless. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel and comment down below CyberPython because this series is just warming up. See you in next one.